Oh, destruction. Well, I didn't think it would be that easy. Off the Italians. Oh my goodness. Hey, I am Feedbackgaming, and this is Hearts of Iron 4. World War II is all about the winners and the losers. Some people won, and borders were expanded, and some lost, and some white flags were flown. And what we take from World War II is lessons. A nation that did everything wrong was France. But before we get into that, how are you doing? How are you feeling? What are you up to this weekend? Sipping on a mug of coffee, maybe? Do you know what I'll be part of this weekend? The Strategy Weekend Sale. That's right, 50% off Hearts of Iron 4 and 50% off all the Hearts of Iron 4 expansions. Battle for the Bosphorus? Oh yeah. Le Resistance? Oh yeah. My personal favorite, Together for Feedback. But that's not all. Other massive sales of other major Paradox titles. Click the link in the description right now and bag yourself a bargain. Thank you so much, Paradox, for sponsoring this video. Single player, a new game, 1936, France. Oh la la. One thing we can agree on is France made a lot of mistakes in World War II. Everyone talks about what could have Germany done to win World War II, but the big question, what could France have done right? Let us begin. Off we go. In this video, we're going to talk about historically what France got wrong and how we fixed them and how we lead the French Republic to a victory in World War II. Random fact, the French tanks were more advanced at the start of the war than the Germans. Better armaments, better engines, thicker armor. They were all-round superior models, but they made two errors. One, the doctrine of using tanks at the start of World War II is to have divisions that consist purely of tanks. Tanks that fight without infantry have issues with supply. They also have issues with infantry having to wrap around the back of them without their support. But it's okay, France. There was a lot of countries that got this wrong, particularly the Soviet Union. Remember when you invaded Finland? Remember when that really went wrong? And remember when your tanks were unassisted and they got destroyed by Molotov cocktails? Oof, history. Learning the hard lessons. So let us look at our army. Hold shift, left click on your unassigned divisions, right click to put them on an army, and then we have tanks. If we double click on this tank division, it'll select all of that tank type, 5 of those. Right click here to assign them to a army, and then we press C for fallback line, and then right click to draw a fallback line. Therefore, they'll all come to this fallback line. Now we do have another tank as well, this one. We've only have one of these. Now this is the other tank. This is the good tank, the tank that is supported by infantry. This is the doctrine of the future. And then we have a bunch of other divisions. We'll just click these and change these to the small colonial brigade. Just pop you guys here, hold control, left click, assign them to this front line. What else did France get wrong? France rearmed incredibly slowly. Now, we are going to rearm. We'll make military factories. But to begin with, we'll make a few civilian factories. For the most part, you don't really need that many civilian factories as France because you have all the steel in the world. I kid you not. We have so much steel. So everyone wants to trade with you. So that boosts your economy. Research-wise, industry, machine tools, and construction. And we are also going to focus on our aircraft. We're going to go for battlefield support. We are going to spam close air support. We're going to dive bomb. We're going to intercept the Germans. We are going to go on the offensive. Formation flying it is. National focuses. Here we go. The historical path of France is to revive the national bloc, then make your way down renew foreign policy, then buy time, and then go with the British. The biggest issue with France at this moment in time is politically they are very divided. Soviets have been funding communism in France for a very long time, and it's caused a bit of few issues. A big divide. If we drop below 30% stability, either the far right or the far left will rise up and we'll have a few problems. So make sure you stay above 30% stability. But hey, why would you want to lower your stability down? You lose factory output, you lose dockyard output, you lose political power, and trust me, we need a lot of political power. National focus, revive the national bloc. One thing you've got a lot of as France is a lot of motorized, so we're not going to make any motorized. We also have quite a lot of artillery, and we've got quite a lot of support equipment. What we can do though, make a little bit of CAS. We'll assign 2 there. 3 in for infantry equipment, 1 into AA, 1 more into tank, and then another 1 into tank. There we go. There's our 8 military factories. So while we're doing this, we can F3 for air wing mode, shift left click, and select all the air wings, all of them, and move into France. Perfect. And then we can do the same. F2, shift left click on each of the fleets, right click in the reserves, click here, and G to merge all the fleets. So we can get a big death stack of Navy and all of our planes gathered together. One thing we are going to do is exercise some of our bombers because we are going to use those later on. Okay, select the tanks. We're going to convert all the tanks into the good division. If you want to know between the good and the bad one, what you just do is give the chevrons, and there you go. You can see the good one from the bad one. Now they're all the good ones. We're going to wait a little while. Now we're going to exercise all of the divisions. This will give us a little bit of XP. Not a lot, but at least 5 XP allows us to expand our tank division. We're going to need lots of army experience. We've got someone next to us that really doesn't like our existence. Hi. Reviving the national bloc is complete. We're getting a little bit more political power. He's a bit of a negotiator. Can we negotiate the Rhineland? Sadly not. Germany is rearming. Oh dear. The most historical game. Right, now we're going to go for laissez-faire, which will get rid of insufficient economy in 2 years' time. The most important part, though, is to strengthen our government. Gives us ticking stability. Amazing. Top it off, we get rid of disjointed government, which will cause us to capitulate really quickly. Yes, not good. Also losing a lot of political power. Ouch. One of the good bonuses you do get as France is you get protected by the Maginot Line. The Maginot Line, surprisingly, was actually a really good idea by the French. The French did something right! But they didn't just look ahead and see that they could just go around it. Who would have thought, eh? So we also have full employment. Who would have thought when everyone has a job, that would be a problem? When businesses don't have access to labor, business cannot expand. Oof, economics 101. Next focus, laissez-faire. Ooh, what a French idea. Just leave it alone. What we're going to do now is disband 2 of the tank divisions. Get rid of 2 because we've got a lot of tanks. Yeah, that's right. French had a lot of tanks and they were good models too. And we merge those boys up. If you shift and left click on exercise, it will exercise them to level 3. And when they get to level 3, they'll stop exercising. So this guy, look at how experienced he is. 25% combat modifier. And this guy, oh, no, minus 25%. Not good. Public demands rearmament. France, do you want to go to war or not? Huh? Luckily, you gain a little bit of mobilization, which you can't say no to. Freebie. Disperse industry for more production output. All right, we've got 5 experience now, so we can stop exercising our main army and just exercise these guys to level 3. And then we can add on 1 extra tank, just for a little bit more firepower. Protect the rights of men, plus 5 stability. It's not a lot, but it'll do. Nationalist Spain has declared war on Spain. Will the real Spain please stand up? So, another mistake the French made. They had a non-intervention policy in the Spanish Civil War. We are going to intervene. It's important that we don't have nationalists on our southern border. That will cause a few problems. Unfortunately, pacifist communists, sit down. So we're getting into a war right now. Okay, rights of man is complete. Now we're going for Spanish intervention. Time to get our hands dirty. Allow covert intervention. Lose a lot of stability. Unfortunately, the pacifists get pretty mad. But now we can send volunteers. Send volunteers, and we can send 4. Oh, 4, how convenient. And we'll send air volunteers as well. We have arrived. So, what we're going to do is assign a very good general. So let's sort them by attack. Charles de Gaulle. You're very good. Who? So here we go. Next problem with France. France had a lot of incompetent, very old-fashioned field marshals. They were working with the idea of a grand battle plan, a World War II, about trench warfare, about defending over a large-scale battlefield. Yeah, those ideas aren't compatible with modern aircraft and tank warfare. Come on, guys, get with the times. So we're not going to go for any of these field marshals. We're going to find someone who's more up-to-date and more modern. Oh, Jean, brilliant strategist, cavalry officer, a war hero. Promote him. He's the man for the job. Aggressive assaulter, you say? Offensive doctrine, you say? Oh yeah, he the man for the job. Spanish Civil War lesson time. The areas you want to attack in the Spanish Civil War are areas that have planned offenses. In this case, see this guy? Unplanned offensive? You get some big penalties in your ability to attack this area. Close air support. Start bombing. A new foreign policy. Working with Britain? Possibly. Potentially. Let's buy some time. Unfortunately, it means we have to give up some old allies. We have to think west over east. So unfortunately, Yugoslavia and Czechoslovakia, we can't look after you anymore. You're on your own. We have got a lot of stability. So working conditions, we need to top up that stability. And now we can build some more cities, max them out within these regions. Aha! Can you see the state here? Here has unplanned offensive. Here does not. So this is ripe for the taking. And by the looks of things, what I'd like to do, move you guys here, select them, unassign them off the front line. So we don't need them always on the front line. And then 3 of you guys are going to pop through to here. And then another 2 goes down to here. And then swiftly run across the southern river, making a beautiful, hopefully, an encirclement. Let's see how it goes. Push in the south, going exceptionally well. Pushing the Spanish back. The breakthrough has happened. Pushed in the north. Aiming more for the south. Can we do it? Beautiful. Encirclement. Perfection. And then we just right click and hold shift and give them orders where to attack. Attacking over rivers. I don't mind. Nicely done. Dug in next to the river, but we're slowly pushing them out. Oh, broke through the center. Encirclement. Destroyed. The final division is gone. Just see if you can just push into the front line, snake through. If there's a gap, just go for it. German tank. Now, trust me, in this situation, you really want to take out the German tanks. Ideally, what you want to do is encircle it and then force Germany to send another tank and then just keep encircling it over and over again. We have bought some time. It's time to strengthen the government. Stability. Give me the stability. Oh, but never mind. What's happened here? Oh no. Germany, Italy, what have you done? And smush them. That is a rip. Something else we should have done at the start of the game is go for local autonomy. This will give us more compliance from our colonies, resulting in more manpower, more factories, and more resources. Time to focus on our industry. Time for 1 armored car, 3 into towed artillery, 1 into anti-air, and 1 into support equipment. It's time to release the military factories. Seize the Spanish gold reserves. Don't mind if I do. So what I'm gonna recommend here is you get you guys here, go here, and then we're gonna just slice through here. Oh, like a knife through butter. Oh, the destruction. Just that easy. Just that easy. Right, we're beginning rearming right now. We've got military factories, thank goodness. And then we could devalue the franc, losing stability as France, the most historical game. All right, you're gonna go in here and to top that off as well. You know what would be better with this tank? That's right, more firepower. And that's right, support artillery. Deliver me some more tanks, please. And boom, 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 off you go. Oh, once again, just slice into the front line. French fighting well in wars. What is this? Oh, what's this? A German tank. Ooh, I would really like to get around you. We need to leave 1 division behind too, just to make sure we don't get encircled. That would be pretty bad. You know what actually we could do instead? Is just pin them against the anarchist border. Oh my goodness, look at this. Oh my goodness. Now the anarchists really are a thorn in their side. Oh no, 1 supply. How will they break out? Keep pushing. Push, push, push. Panzers. And hold control and right click to do a support attack. I mean, they won't move, but they will get involved in the attack. Oh, beautiful. I don't feel so good. Oh my god, look at all these divisions. So, taking out these individual divisions is not a big deal. Look at this. These are German panzers. 100% worth. Well, I'm gonna lie, they're really putting up a fight, but we're gonna close them in the mountains here and pin them down. Is that it? Are we done now? And... oh, we've broken them. Another German panzer encircled. Get out of here. Tank versus tank. Germany versus France. The battle of the tank. Who will win? Partially mobilized, meaning more factories. Remember, that was the mistake of the French. They are rearmed way too slowly. We're not going to make that mistake. And they're gone. Another German panzer division eliminated. Oh, they've even freed the south as well. Oh no. Spain, what are you doing? What are you doing? Meanwhile, oh, that's right. This is what the French did wrong. It's time to rearm, lads. It is time to promise the world peace, even though I'm intervening in the Spanish Civil War. Yep, that doesn't make a lot of sense. Strength of the government is just about to finish, so we're just going to wait. There we go. And now we can fix our disjointed government, giving us political power. PP for the win. Got air wings at home, so let's split those up. And then cast 2. We'll have air wing size 200, and then exercise to level 3. You are going to need a little bit of oil, so United States, help out a bro. Special relationship, USA and France, right? No longer disjointed government, and now we can work on getting research slots. It's time to end the Spanish Civil War. We've had enough now. And is that the capital of nationalist Spain? And they're gone. Boom. Well, I bet you've never seen this before. Republicans versus anarchists, the last members of the war. And the war is over for now. Let's think about our own defenses. So we've got 2 armies here. We'll split them in 2. 34, 34. Then we split them again and again. We want to get 24 nice, neat stacks. Use S to split and then just press several times until you've got enough that you need and then break them off. There we go. So we've got 3. So we could do with another 44. There we go. Make 1 row of them, put 1 low supply and make those boyos. Then we can add more on to guns if we do need it. And we will need guns, trust me. Let's work on our spy agency now. A little bit of a spy network for a little bit of information on Germany. Unfortunately, the Czechs will be left at bay. This was a mistake. But we need to be ready for war. And just like Mr. Chamberlain, ooh, the secret rearmer. We are also secretly rearming. I guess it's not so secret when we're making so many divisions. Right, deployed some of our divisions right now. And we've got another 13 remaining. We'll deploy those, and those will be our reserves. 1 army goes on the Alps. Another army go on the Maginot. And then we have 1 on Belgium. Another mistake the French did is they deployed the entirety of their army on the front line. There were no reserves. So when breakthroughs happened, they had no reserves to fill out their front line. And when the Germans made their little trip through the Ardennes, there were no divisions to stop the German tanks from moving forward. There was literally a German tank traffic jam that happened here, and there were no French reserves that could fill that gap. We won't make this mistake. There will be lots and lots of reserves. They may not be great infantry, but let's make them better. Support artillery. Now, these guys will be defending the front line, so we will assign an old field marshal for this. Attack guy, 4 attack. Oh, he's got 3 attack there. Got 4 defense, 3 attack. That looks pretty good. And also make this guy a unwielding defender. Exercise to level 3 for the full army group. More military factories. Time to invest into our army. It's time to work on our doctrines. Another mistake the French made in World War II was their doctrines were severely behind. It was just about numbers. It was about having the best defensive strategy possible. Yeah, that's not going to work. That's not going to cut it in this day and age. Let's go on the attack. Aggressive focus. Now we've got the option for a battle of maneuver. Very modern, up to date. Blitzkrieg theorist Charles de Gaulle. Who? But better. Air dominance, cheaper air support. CAS. All the CAS. Hey, rearming. That's the thing. War industrialist. More military factories. Ugh. You know what I love? Tanks. Motorized. 40 width, anti-air, armored cars. Oh, goodbye Czechoslovakia. The right thing to do here is to take off half of them off the Maginot, because you really don't need these many divisions, and unassign them. And then with all the leftover divisions, you can click your field marshal, Z for front line, hold shift, left click on Belgium, and now every single division that does not have an order will go on the front line. And if they're moving and walking, don't walk. Control B, grab a train tickets for all, and off they go. Oh, and the front line as well. There you go. Oh, and an offensive order as well. CAS. More CAS. Military factories. More military factories. Production is looking mighty fine right now. Let's hopefully try to add on more AA to our infantry. That will help them out a lot on the front line. Danzig, a war, you say? No. Germany has declared war on Poland. I'd say history repeating itself, but this is some 10 out of 10 hindsight. We dare. Call to arms. Poland wants our efforts against Germany. Yes, agreed. Okay, we've got our tank divisions too, so we're gonna add them onto you, boy. Go to Marseille. Also grab our fleet. Assign an admiral and put them on escort here. What we're gonna do is move them to Africa, which technically we should have done before, and then we're gonna push into Libya from the south. France, the United Kingdom is asking to join the Allies. I agree. The Allies is where we belong. Let's do war propaganda against Germany. I'm gonna do worker conditions. Get that stability as high as possible and keep it as high as possible. Boys have arrived. Staff office plan. Intercept. And off you go. All right, the easy way of doing this is just going, oh, there we go. Through the coast. Here, and there we go. And watch this. Oh no. Desert. Overrun. Oh no. Oh dear. Encircled. What a shame. Italian tank. Don't mind if I do. Just go around the back of you. Once again, the AI doesn't have many divisions here, so you can just kind of wrap around them in the desert. Fighting in the desert is so easy. There's like so few terrain penalties. So just 3 divisions, so go for it. Another division down and another one down. Army reform. Doctrines, baby. Poland has fallen. That is a dark day. Germans teasing the Maginot. Looking for soft spots, I think. Maybe. Italy. Not looking too hot. CAS 2. CAS 3. CAS all the way. At the same time as well, we can also make our CAS more fighter worthy. That's right. Big fat engines. Bit of range too. Why not? So one thing that'll happen quite often is the Italians like to bump their heads against the Alps. You know what? Just say, Italy, you can do that. Grab 2 air wings, send them to the center of this air zone in the south, give them more air crews, and oh, look at the CAS damage. Oh, it's so high. So what else did France do wrong? They presumed the Germans would do a thrust through the center of Belgium, but they actually didn't. They kind of went around Belgium. Not only are we going to defend the Ardennes forest, but we will also station our entire reserve army over the lowlands. If the lowlands fall, so does France. Also, get your air force over the lowlands. Very important. And we're off. Join the Allies, maybe? Join the Allies, maybe? No? There we go. Okay, Field Marshal, front line. Grab the boyos. Z, shift left click. Don't need to cover the Maginot. And off you go. All the Air Force over here. Do some damage. So instead of basing our entire army behind the river here and let the Germans just go around us, we are going to face them directly on the front line. Take the fight to them. A very bold France. Definitely not historical. One thing to be aware, if you've got a max spy network, it will reduce their max planning to 0. Zero. None. Army offensive. Another mistake by the French, expecting this war to be like World War I. Trenches, defense, planning. Nah, we're going to focus on the attack. Big attack by the Germans. Oh, denied on all fronts. So just an update what we're working on. More building slots is needed, plus more production, always a win. Soft attack for the infantry. CAS, why not go for the future one right now? And then recon to give the most bite for our tank divisions. Whoa! Following the extension of the draft and the call-up of previously exempt workers, many companies report problems in filling vacancies. Even armament industries are affected by this worker shortage, and production of output has started to suffer as a result. Perhaps they should hire women instead. Army reform is complete. We no longer have the effect of the victors of the Great War. Yay! So that means we can, instead of the CAS, we'll go for doctrines. Superior firepower, don't mind if I do. The Blum Violet proposal. So this is to make Algiers French. Make them full-blown citizens. I believe if your stability is low, this will cause a protest. Expand citizenship and international France. Building infrastructure in Vietnam. A future French-Vietnamese relationship. This is the best timeline. Oh no. Italy. Not looking too strong. Be terrible if someone sent some tanks over, right? All right, plan. CAS. Over the Alps. Aggressive, off you go. Breaking the mountains is going to be the problem, but when we get through there, we can just sweep across Italy. Use the infantry to back up. Oh my goodness. Oh, destruction. Well, I didn't think it would be that easy. What I need to do is pin these guys in, stop them shuffling around, and let the tanks do their work. Pin the boys in, and swiftly capture the front line completely. Off the Italians. Oh my goodness. All right, put you guys here. Off you go. And aggressive. Off you go. And that's it. We just capture the full front line, and that's that. Now we wrap completely around the front line so they can't connect the front lines up again. And then we can very swiftly snake across the country. Italy. What were you thinking? Oh my god, the tank is so fast. Light tank so fast. The fall of Rome. Annihilated. Oh, so many German divisions as well. Oh, the overruns. Oh, chaos on the front lines. No divisions in Sicily. Oh no. And is that the end of Italy? 100%. How much of Italy do we get? All of it. Now these German divisions are going to try and retreat now. Oh no. No, 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 no. You don't get to retreat. You can't leave. You can't leave. Stay here for a while. New research slot. So now what we can do is improve our motorized by going for the first mechanized. What the hell is that? Is that a tractor? Another mistake France made in World War II. Come on, mechanized, not tractors. Come on, guys. Come on. And it gives hardness, so that's always good. Oh my goodness, so many planes, so much fuel. America, help us out. We've got a thirst for oil. All right, 7-2 in it. Firepower, have the factories on. More armored cars, more guns. Off you go. It's a bit of an expedition in Italy here. Can we break these divisions? Oh my goodness, we're actually shredding them. And they run away. And Venice has been encircled. Oh my. Now, I have a feeling here, it's not actually the firepower of the tanks or the divisions on the ground that's making the difference here. Most of the legwork is being caused by the 5,000 CAS. CAS spam for the win. So what do we do at this point? I think we don't go for Germany still. I think we need to soften up the axis. So what I'm going to do is join the Brits in Greece and knock out Romania and Hungary. Bulgaria's on its last legs. Next up, Romania. It's like every opportunity now, the Germans are piercing our light tanks, which isn't a big surprise. They're severely out of date. At this point, you should be going for mediums. Is it too late for light tank 3? Yeah. Push into mountains. Mountain tanks, the future. And, well, that went really well. That went way better than I expected. Mountain encirclement with tanks. This is the new meta. Hungarians, I love you. And I don't love you for the reasons you probably think. I love you because your country is insanely easy to invade. When you threw the Carpathians, you, well, you just tear everything apart. And thank you, Yugoslavia, for not picking a side, because this has made my life a lot easier. Goodbye, Hungary. Oh my goodness. The border gore. Oh no. Axis members left. There is only one. Oh no. German medium tank versus Chad. Light. French tank. Light is the new medium. The Germans are at war with the Soviets. Oh, what are they thinking? Oh, and the Allies are at war with the Soviets as well. Get your org up and off you go. The beginning of the end. This is a rip. Casualties for Germany, 4.8 million. 2.4 of that is me. Berlin is taken. The front line's connected. This is what we took. Napoleon would be proud. Pulled all my troops off the front line, and immediately the AI attacks. Presumed because they were all low supply, and now they actually have a bit of breathing room. And then I just thought, okay, I'll help out with a little bit of cast. And then I saw this. The cast damage is insane! Over 100 cast hits per day. 14 mechanized light tank divisions on the front line. Let's go. Okay, I'm getting a little bit bored now. We're gonna snake across the entirety of the Soviet front line. Oh, Italy, what are you doing here? Snake strunk. You know, I said earlier in the game that the one thing France lacks is oil. Let's fix that problem. Turkey's like, no, we're meant to be the rulers of the Black Sea. You got a new enemy now. Another one bites the dust. And the finale. The French Union. It is time to proclaim a new France, a France that spans the globe, in which all parts of our realm are united. We will hold referendums in every part to confirm the people's will to become part of the new, greater France. Referendums in various parts of our colonial empire will be held. Some parts may choose to become fully independent instead. The French Union. Indochina votes against the Union. Boo. Syria votes against the Union. Also boo. Central Africa votes to leave. Wow, we're not doing very well. Well, they all said no. I've upset everybody? Oh dear. Well, if they said yes, they would have got cores on that territory and it would have become part of France, I guess. But that doesn't really make a big difference because we've got loads of compliance regardless. And yeah, 5,000 armored cars policing the world. Let's just be real for a second. The reason why this timeline didn't happen is because of, well, this. And even worse, this. And for some reason, the Allies are fighting China. This timeline created a lot of chaos, okay? Check out the massive Paradox sale in the link below. Give it a click. Check it out. I recommend Death or Dishonor and Man the Guns. They're my favorite expansions. Goodbye. Did you like this video? Then you'll love this one. Thank you, subscribers, and don't forget, if you've not already belled me, then what are you doing with your life? Come on.